Welcome back to another vlog. It's been 12 months since my last one, but I'm back at the same place in Carplantis in Holland. Complete contrast to last time. I was sat here with Steve. I'm not in this particular peg, but I was in Zeus last time. I'm in Poseidon this time, but I was sat here with him, and we were saying, was a couple of days in, and we were saying, now we've got all these fish to catch back up on, and this is what's happened so far. Long story short, nothing's happened so far. We're in Sunday, got here Friday, and not sniff. One of the chaps in Zeus has had one, like a stocky mirror, nice fish. Neptune's not had anything, and me and Marcus, who's here. Marcus would normally sit on the vlog, but he's been a massive traitor and created his own YouTube site. So I'll put a link in the description because I'll be nice like that, but you know, still a traitor. So we got here Friday, and peg draw, we came out second. The wind is blowing into Poseidon and Neptune, which are the far end of the lake. I've been through the dynamics of the lake before, so I won't go through all that stuff. But it's meant to be blowing down here all week, and it's meant to be grim. So we thought we need to be down in the grim area where the rain's going to be blowing into, the wind's going to be blowing into. Came out second. First ball, picked Neptune, and then we wanted Poseidon anyway. So we've come in Poseidon, which I've been told that previously is a very good swim. Carplantis underwater from Corda was filmed here in April 24. So we thought we'll give it a go. There's nobody in Plato. The bailiff is fishing in Plato, which is the cabin swim, if I can call it that, on Monday. And I pretty much think all the fish know that because they're just right tucked in the far corner away from us, having the time of their lives, and they've got no interest in coming up here. It's going to be a tough week. I think I had 13 fish when I came with Steve last year. It's not going to be the same this year, unfortunately, unless something drastic happens. But I've had a couple of interests on zigs. I've been told zigs have done 4 bites all year, but I'm going to persist with it. I'm pretty sure I had a bite last night on it, and I picked up, there's nothing there, and the same again this morning. I'm fishing quite a long way out on my zig, so my bobbin was just sort of quivering like that and pulled up a little bit, and I thought I'm going to have to hit it, and there's nothing there. But the difference is this year to previous years, the bailiff was saying, he's called Dave, so I'll refer to him as Dave. The big airlift in the middle, I've explained it before, but it's got a big cylinder tube. It pumps water up through the water and like kind of regulates the temperature as such. He said he's had it on a lot this year. So where I had my zigs fishing last year was 11 foot on the thermocline, which I'm not the guy for the scientific guy to teach what thermocline is. And someone maybe will tell you more so, but I think it's like the cold water meets the warm water or vice versa. The algae sit at that level, and that's where the fish like to be. So that was 11 foot last year. For adjustable zigs, that was fine because I was fishing 11 foot. The bailiff said now that the thermocline's sitting at something 28 foot. And in 28 foot of water, it's something like 25 degrees. So the fish are just spread out more, and they're feeding in up to 30 feet of water. So last year I knew there was going to be feeding 10 foot or less, which limited my options and made it easier. They're now spread out, so it's a lot harder. Conditions are perfect. I couldn't ask for better conditions. I'll show you around the peg and bits and bobs, and you can see the condition for yourself. I'm huddled in my bivvy because it's raining. Got my rain jacket on. And it looks ideal, but it's just not happening. 5 fish last week to 8 anglers, so it wasn't fishing great, but apparently it was quite sunny and warm, so I did expect it to switch on, but it's not. We'll see. I'm hoping once the guy moves in on, when Dave goes in Plato on Monday, he's going to fish it Monday to Friday when we go. I'm hoping that kicks the fish out a bit, and it's not as much a little safe haven from, but we'll see. Watch this space. I'll give you a bit of a walk around of the peg when it stops raining. Show you the layout for those who come in. I know a few people have seen it who want to come or have been, but the last vlog on here, which was a year ago, was very fish heavy. It's not going to be that, so I'm going to have to fill the time with something, especially with it being the first vlog in a year, which because I've joined a syndicate and it was publicised, so I have done a vlog on there previously. It's changed the owners, they don't want any publicity on there as such, so and it's been broken into a few times, so I don't want to kind of put something out there that results in getting screwed over, so we're not going to do that. And the place I'm fishing, it's not really worth, other than that, not worth vlogging. So this is the first one of the year. I'm hoping to do a few more. I've got one coming in a couple of weeks, but Hopefully, I want a PB. I've come here for a 50. The biggest one last year was 47, so I've got that to beat. Marcus has never been here before. His PB's 37, I want to say, which is the English one. But I want to try and screw him over and get him a bucket if he does catch something anyway and say it's a Dutch PB. Hopefully, we'll have a PB each. Rain's getting heavier and it's blowing in here, so I'll leave you be. Hopefully, it'll be a good vlog and we'll have a great time. 48 hours in, I'm not as optimistic as I was hoping to be at this stage, but we'll see. Fingers crossed.
And Raf is into a fish.
So we were in. That was about old blue, just saying about moving pegs. I thought a cormorant stayed at the bottom, but it popped up 100 yards away. Within a minute, gone off after a cormorant died on the spot. Like this is powerful. This is gonna be easier, it's bolted on to the zig.
That's not small.
No, it's not. So here we are. A bite which is most definitely out the blue. A cormorant dives on my spot and I catch this gnarly old cormorant. Oh, yeah, taffled him on zig line. Oh, it's a dumpy little fella. Right, lovely fish. I'll get some pictures, show you what I was using, and make sure she's back nice and safe. How big you saying?
37, maybe 38.
Yeah, I nearly said 39, so we'll see.
There we go.
It's all on you.
Ooh, no. 31 and a half.
Yeah, quite bigger than that.
31 and a half. Yeah, it did look bigger. It's got a big old tummy on it, but the rest of it's quite slim, isn't it? Well done, though. I'll take that.
Into the green algae.
And away. You're bringing it back? Why are you not bringing it back, Raf? Because it's a bream. He's been breamed. Oh, looks like my McFlurry's for free.
Evening view over the lake. I've got in stock some liquid pop-ups, some leads. It says 5 on them, but it's not €5, so I might actually run out. Maps. Show you. Just for Marcus's benefit, it says I'm the king of rolled. There I am on the wall. Lovely evening. Fridges with snacks in. Some more cordery bits. Vending machine card only. Cordery bits. And then shower, toilet, and tokens. Lovely shower. And some snacks and then a game of darts if you want. Very good facilities. Oh, just about 4 in the morning. And I've had this off the bar, but in shallow water, about 12 or 13 foot, but on the same kind of line, which I spread bait in between. So we wiped out Marcus and it feels heavier than I thought it would. Yeah, lovely fish for 4 in the morning.
Go on then, let's see, what do you reckon?
Same as last one.
No, lighter. 28. 28 and a quarter. Yeah, you're going back now. So I got my finger in the way of that release, but never mind.
Just to show you what mix I'm using, that is sticky manila 16mm, 12mm, some chops, and fishery pellet. You can only use the Carplantis pellet. It doesn't say that on the website, but that is the rule. And it comes in that bag. €85 for 20 kilos, so it's pricey, but it is what it is. But I've soaked all that in cap oil, and I'll see if it's still. That's all soaked in. It's soaked in very well, and that's what I'm doing. Tactic has been. So we're now on Tuesday. Just I've had that fish at 4 in the morning. Same spot. I'm on the bar, and I'll show you in a second. The bar kind of comes out from the reeds towards Neptune, which is over there, and the sun's just come out and blinded me as soon as I click record. Yeah, it's the obvious feature in this swim, so I thought I'll give it a go. Apparently, don't do many fish, but seems to be on it today. Tactic I was using yesterday was Marcus has got a fancy deeper bait boat, so we've been marking the spots on that, driving the bait boat out to the spots. So I've got one in 18 foot and one in 12 foot on the bar. I've gone out in the actual boat and just spread bait in between the two on the bar. So I know my rigs are always on the same spot, because it's not easy dropping your rigs in the boat when it's been a bit windy. You just drift off, and you could drift off a couple of metres and be off the spot. So it's nice for you to know you're accurate. Spread the bait out, and that's what's done it. Neptune had a 42 last night, so well done them. Marcus are going to have a bit of a change in tactics, I think, today. He's been on heli rigs, but he's moved on to lead clips and whatnot. I think it might help him a bit, just a bit more hooking potential, maybe. Weather is all over the place. You can see now it's very bright. Sunny, we've had torrential rain, we've had winds. Anything other than snow and ice, we've pretty much had it this week, but hopefully they switch on a bit more. It's done 5 bites now. Obviously 2 for me, 2 for a chap in Zeus, and then the 1 for the guy in Neptune. So we'll see. It's starting to get better. It did 5 bites last week, so we've already matched that this week. And I'd be surprised if nothing else comes out, because the weather is meant to stay carpy. Although, as I say, it's not at the minute. But yeah, we'll see. Marcus just nipped to the shops. It's 5 minutes down the road, and he has everything you need, so it's very handy. Fingers crossed he catches something. I mean, it's not an easy lake at the best of times, but it'd be nice for him to go home. I've offered him a spot on the bar where I've had my fish from, but he's sticking to his guns for the time being. I think if I get one more on there, though, he'll be going on it. I know what it means if you don't want to go on it, but I think I would be. If Marcus had 2 on the bar and I had nothing that side, I think I'd be jumping on it, but each their own. But yeah, fingers crossed we get something. It's still bite time, so I might have something this morning, hopefully. Marcus, as I say, gone to shops and his rods are still out, which you are allowed to do here. I'm kind of hoping I don't get something on his rods, because then he will be fuming. But we'll see. It'll be good for entertainment anyway, so let's see what the day brings. I'll give you a walk through of our swim. That's a stock pond. Got your bins provided. Something about the tree line road, that just looks good. Plenty of room for parking. Life jacket, buoyancy aid thing. Water tap, which is drinkable, which is a godsend. This little Poseidon swim. Wi-Fi extender. It's been spot on for watching footy and rugby and stuff. Your PowerPoint, which obviously got going into our bivvies in the cook tent. Some sort of pump thing he was playing with this morning. This is swim, so the left side looks towards Neptune. Boat dock in the middle, which takes some skill to reverse into, I'll tell you. And then the right side. And our little camp. So that's show you the size of the picture scale. That's a T1. I think that was a Fox cook tent once upon a time. And Marcus is avid. It's not an avid. Sonic something or another. Not huge bivvies, but if you didn't have the cook tent, you'd be able to get 2 big 2-mans on here. So my spot where I've been having the look is where those last reeds are on the point that's just coming out. That's the start of the bar, and it goes in a diagonal line towards Neptune. So one of my rigs is in line. Oh, there's like a lighter green bush that I can see above the reeds, probably in line with that, or between the darker bush to the left of it, probably about there. That's 12 foot. And out of the 2 sort of bigger prominent bushes in between the reeds, the right hand side one's 18 foot. So it's quite a long way out from the bank, for Carplantis anyway, in reasonably shallow water. They're the 2. I think I'm going to wing one in between the 2. I've got one down this bay and it's done nothing for a while, so that's what I'm going to do. Plato 3, but Bailiff's going in there today. And then Zeus over there, which I was last time. The sun's just going in and we're getting the wind again. Just had this one, middle of the night. Very small. Nice looking fish, but get a couple of pictures and put that. Just showing the rig I've had 2 out of the 3 fish on. Got rigmarole sandy coloured leader. down to a 5-ounce gripper lid on a hybrid leg clip, and then my trusty fluorocarbon D-rig. It's just X-line, it's no fancy hook link, on a size 4 crank. Camera's not focusing very well. Turn on D-rig. And that is just one of the trusty sent from Hell Wafters. The other ones I've had have been on a brown, can't recall now. Some of the fish plastic wafters from Corda, 12mm ones. That's what I got tipped on last time, but that's what I'm using. One big fish Thursday, hopefully for another fish or two for us. So we are trying for a new spot on the last night. It's worth a go. Using Marcus's deeper, which I'll show you when we get closer. I'll give him credit for the bait belt this week. We weren't originally going to bring it, but it's been quite windy, so quite glad we did, because the bigger boats are a bit of a pain. Especially when it's windy, you drift all over the place, it's not really accurate, so we'll give this a go. Right on the corner of them reeds over there, it's where I'm hoping to put it. The bar comes off from that point of the reeds, so I want to go out left and then drive in on the right, just to make sure it's all flat. Currently at 13 foot there. Yeah, dropping down again. Right, so I'll show you on the deeper. Well, it's going up, that's the uppity bit of the bar, which I've been fishing on top of. Yeah, it's a bit pantsy, you can't see. Right, so I want to drive in. So that's 6 foot there. As we're drifting in, it's 5 foot. You want to go that. Drops just on, you might not see it again because they glare, but 4.5 foot flat at the top. Maybe. No, never mind. Right, get that boat back, and hopefully that's the one that does the big one for me. So, as you could probably tell by the title of this YouTube video, something was about to go wrong, and unfortunately this is the moment. So I hooked a fish, which I'll explain in the next piece of the video, put my audio giveaway on the camera, put a yellow pop-up out, just, I don't really know why, apparently they do well, so I give them a go, and within about 10 minutes in the middle of the day, it ripped off, and it felt like I'd hooked what I still believe to be one of probably the biggest fish in the lake, and you can probably tell by my tone of my voice and the title of this video that this piece of footage is not going to end well at all. So, looking back, I mean, I do explain this in a couple of minutes, but now I'm back home, sat on the sofa with a slight frown on my face as I watch this all over again. But I was using a Ronnie boom, and I think the fuse kind of part in the end of the loop, I think that's given way. Yeah, not ideal, but as you can probably tell by the rod, it's bent double and there's no lunging whatsoever. I had a couple of head knocks and that was probably about it. Yeah, I explain it more in the next piece, but what could have been, I suppose, it would definitely have been a PB, I would assumed. I've kind of taken some comfort in that. You never particularly know, I didn't see the fish. So you never know, it could have been foul hooked, or it could have just been, I've had fish in the 20s that have fought like 40, so it could have been a 40 that fought like a 60, but you never know. My enthusiasm waved after this happens, but I know as soon as this boat turns around, it looks like a bivvy, it's not going to end well. As you'll see in 30 seconds or so, my lead didn't come off the lead clip. I don't really know why. As soon as I picked up the rig when I got back on the bank, the lead fell off. So it's just one of these fluke things that it's not meant to be. But there is always another time, I suppose. Yeah, it's hard to take any sort of comfort, but there we go. Heart is broken. Just walking back from the shower. What an absolute gut-wrenching day. So I don't know if the footage has done it on my camera or not, but I'm 99.9% sure I've just lost one of the biggest fish in the lake. I've had it on for 20 minutes or so. I've gone around to turn the motor off. As soon as I've reeled back down again, there's been nothing on it. Reeled it back and my lead hasn't... Oh, just dropping stuff over. My lead hasn't dropped off somehow. It's been on one tooth of the lead clip, and the hook link's missing. Just juggling my stuff around. Yeah, some hook link's been missing. It's not snapped off. I've not felt a pull. I don't know how it's got off. Let's go off the quick link. I don't really know. Kind of lost interest a bit in the fishing now, I must say. If I do catch anything else, I'm not really going to be that bothered now. I got told yellow pop-ups were working, and I notoriously hate pop-ups, especially yellow ones. And I put the rod out, it's gone off in... Yeah, let me sort this out. Probably giving you motion sickness. Yeah, so I put yellow pop-up out, it's gone off within half an hour. So I've been putting the rod back out this morning in the midday heat where nothing was expected, but yeah, I'd rather blank. I'd rather blank for the week and go through that again. That is honestly genuinely heartbreaking as far as fishing goes. That's just, that would have been my PB by some way. Spoke to the bailiff and he said, I've told him the story in full depth. He said it's one of 3 fish and they're all over 60. One of them was a football comment which I was targeting. Yeah, lost interest, but what can you do? Mark has had a PB, so he's got his PB soaking today. He's doing his own vlog, so I'm not going to steal his thunder, but it's he's had one fish and it's been a big one, so check out his vlog for that PB. And I think I'm going to leave you on this sour out of me being miserable, trundling back from the shower. Genuinely, when it came off, that is probably the worst feeling I've ever had in fishing. I've lost fish, but I've never lost one like that. Been in the boat 20-25 minutes, and it just felt like I've had a tree branch, like a big tree trunk on the bottom. So I've known. As soon as I've looked at it, I thought, yeah, I know what this is. But no, well, on that sour note, if nothing exciting happens, I'm going to cut the clog at this somber. Cut the clog. I am in Holland, but it's not a clog. Cut the vlog at this sour note. We go home tomorrow. Yeah, last time it was a very happy ending where I got my buckets in front of the gate. I had 6 fish on last night, including 47. Could not be any more opposite, and I think I'm laughing because I'm that genuinely devastated. But yeah, until next one. I've got a vlog coming out in a week. Hopefully a bit more cheery than this ending, if this is the ending. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out Marcus's vlog. I'll put a link in the description. You'll see his mega PB and his PB soaking this afternoon. Thank you. Any questions on Carplantis? Drop a message on whatever you can find me on.